So last week, I believe we talked about oral, I think. Let me just double confirm. Last week was oral. Okay, today we are going to talk about journaling. Okay, now we are going to talk about why we write a journal in the first place. What's the purpose of writing a journal? Okay, we are going to practice writing a journal entry today, and we are going to present our journal entry to the class after we've written them. Now, where are you going to write your journal later? You can type it out in the chat group on Zoom, okay? Or I can enable you to annotate on my screen, and then you can just type it out over there. But I think it's better if you type it out in the chat group later. All right, so when do we actually write journals? Yeah. So, today by the way, it's lesson 44 today. It's part of our holiday lessons. All right. And you can tell we have holiday lessons all the way up till lesson 48. And then we'll be stopping for the year, and then the new lessons will continue next year. Yeah. Okay. So, do you know what a journal is used for? Okay, remember, boys, a journal is different from a diary. Okay. Yes, Vincent, what is a journal used for?
The journal is used to record down your best time or whatever you want to keep as memory, and in the future you can refer to them.
Okay, so it's to record memories. Okay, so it has the same function as a diary in that sense. Yeah, it's to record memories. Uh, and it's good memories, right? And
Yeah.
also bad memories, because sometimes you might want to write down what happened to you, so you remember not to make a mistake again, or maybe you want to remember that day because something bad happened, and you want to use that incident, right, that event to further motivate you in the future, right? That could be an option as well. Very good. So a journal is for recording memories. What else? Voice. Apart from recording memories, what else do we use it for?
Writing notes.
Very good, Vincent. So we do use journals to write notes. Okay. Are these notes for us to study?
Yeah.
Mm, normally that will be a separate notebook, right?
Yeah.
So for a journal, we write notes, right, on our thoughts. So it can be for our studies, right? Or it can just be for our daily lives. Now, part of our life is to study as well, right? So the notes can be about our studies. It can be about anything else as well. Sometimes you will draw pictures in there as well. So let's say, for example, Vincent discovers that there's a secret to resetting the lift, right? When he pressed the wrong floor. Vincent discovered that when he presses the three of the number buttons together at the same time, the lift will reset itself, and then all the lights will on the buttons will turn off, and he can press another button to go to the correct floor. Instead of going to the wrong floor, Vincent discovered that. So he might write that small little note in his journal and say, "Dear journal, did you know I discovered a way to reset the lift when I pressed the wrong floor to get off? All I had to do was push three number buttons at the same time, and the lift would reset itself, giving me the opportunity to press the correct button to get to the correct floor instead," that kind of thing. So that's something that you might write. Or perhaps that day, Emmett, you went to school and you learned a very useful strategy from Mr. Joel on how to write well. So Emmett will write in his journal, "Dear journal," or you can just write directly, right? "Important thing to note today. For my writing, I cannot just have one exciting part. I should make my parts more and more exciting with each different part. And I should have three exciting parts, maybe. The first one is a little bit exciting, the second one is more exciting, and the third one is the most exciting. That is the key to writing great stories!" Exclamation mark. And then Emmett might draw Mr. Joel's face in his journal as well, that kind of thing. You know, so the notes that you write can be any kind. okay, as long as it's a note about your daily life, which could include your studies, which could include your CCA at school, could include, you know, your notes about your teacher or your friends, okay, anything, all right, or even your family, you know, maybe you went out for a family dinner or something. Okay, very good. So Vincent has given me 2 uses of a journal. Emmett, do you have any idea what we can use our journals for as well? Not really? Okay. So what I said, right? We can even record information, which was what we're talking about just now, right? Record information that is important to us. Like maybe on that day, there's this really irritating girl who likes to step on your shoe whenever you're lined up, right? And then you will write down, this girl in my class, right? Ai Hui, she's so irritating. Every time we line up, she stands behind me and steps on my shoe, causing my shoe to fall out. I swear one day I will line up behind her and step on her shoe instead. You know, that could be some information that you want to write down as well. Okay. Anything else? Apart from recording information and like true stuff. Yes, Emmett.
You can draw pictures
Mm,
below the notes.
very good. So you don't just write down notes, you can draw pictures
Hello, testing.
to illustrate, which means to show a picture, to illustrate what your thoughts are. Because sometimes it's easier to draw a picture, right, than to actually write about it. That might take too long. Okay, so good. We have 4 different ideas of what we can use journals for. Definitely excellent. So each of you get 4 points. Oh no, actually, Vincent gave 4 points. Vincent gave 2 ideas, so Vincent will get 4 points. Emmett gave 1 idea. Emmett gets 2 points. Okay. So that's what journal writing is all about. And you know, journal writing is something that I encourage all students to have, especially during the holidays, right? Because if you stop writing, suddenly when you begin writing again, it's going to feel a bit uncomfortable, like you're very foreign to writing. But if you keep a journal and you just write whatever you want to write about every day, you'll get into the habit of writing well and writing accurately, and you'll find a journal such a fun thing to actually perform every day. Okay, so let's watch this video. They're going to teach you how to write a thank you journal. And thank you journals are really, really powerful because they remind us to be thankful for the things we have. Did you know that during World War II, right, there were a lot of children who got removed from their parents if they were Jews? So being a Jew means you are of a certain culture, and you are of the Jewish culture, and then um, you believe in a different religion. Okay, so during that time, during World War II in Europe, right, the very nasty guy called Hitler, he wanted to kill all the Jewish people in the surrounding countries and in his own country as well. And that actually forced a lot of Jewish people to flee to the neighboring countries. And it was during that time that the USA actually had this program where they would accept the Jewish children only into their program. They weren't accepting adults, just children. And so a lot of parents were so desperate, right? They just wanted to send their children away from the country before they were all killed. And it's very heartbreaking because you have to send away your own daughter and your own son, right, to another country to live and learn over there. And you don't know what their fate is. And it might be the very last time you see them. So there was this little girl. She was the second youngest in the family. Her name was Anna. Okay, and when she left, right, she said her mom and dad gave her the two best gifts that she ever received in the entire world. So the first gift, right, was from her mom, right? Her mom said, whenever you think of us, look up at the sky because we will be looking at the same sky, right? And when you see the stars twinkling in the sky, we are talking to you. And if you see a shooting star, right, we are thinking of you. So that's what her mom actually said to her. And then her dad actually gave her a book. And guess what? That book was a journal. All right. And her dad said, whenever you think about us, write your feelings and write your thoughts in your journal. That will help you. And every day, write down what happened to you. Because when you see us again, okay, we want to read your journal and know all about what happened from the day that you left us, right? Until the day that we meet again. All right. But that actually helped her to survive those years, not feeling so sad and being more hopeful and appreciative of the surroundings around her. But you know what the sad thing was? Her mom and her dad, right, actually died. And that was the last time that she ever saw them. And then her aunt, right, who was crying while sending her to the train station to be sent off to the United States, her aunt was crying as well. So it was all a very sad affair. And that was the last time she saw her aunt and her parents because they got killed by the German soldiers when they were sent to the concentration camps. Yeah. But because she had a journal and she had the idea that when she looked at the sky, her parents were talking to her, right? That actually helped her heart and that helped her emotions. Okay. And she was appreciative of the things that she got in the USA and she grew up right there. And soon enough, right, she actually got word that her parents actually perished. Okay, but she had the journal over there, right? And she kept it close to her. And her thought was one day when I die, when I go to heaven and see my parents, right, I'm going to show them my journal. Okay. So over here, all right, it's a thank you journal. It's a very, very powerful tool. Now you might think about it as if, oh, it's something that says thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you is very simple, right? But when you're thankful for the things around you, okay, you actually will feel more blessed and you will feel more lucky and you will feel that there's more love around you for the things that you have. Okay, so today let's look at how we can write a thank you journal. And we'll watch this YouTube video that teaches you how to write a thank you journal. Okay, so I think you know what a thank you note is, right, by now, and they were actually writing it in small notes, but we are going to write a thank you entry into our journals actually. So I'm not sure if the both of you actually have a book that you have handy or that you have available that you can use as your journal, but that would be perfect if you had one. Okay, so that's about your thank you, right? In thank you journal. So pretty straightforward. So based on the video, can you all name me 3 things you learned about writing journals? Yes, Vincent.
I feel a bit headache because of all the thank yous they said. They like thank you, thank you.
Yeah, they do say thank you quite a bit. And the person's voice is very sharp. I do apologize for the sharp voice. It gave me a bit of headache as well, but I just listened. Okay, what are 3 things that you learned about writing journals from the video? Yes, Vincent.
To show your appreciation to someone.
Okay, so let's write that down. We can write appreciative entries in our journal. Okay, and what's the point of writing these appreciative entries? How does it make people feel?